Hey everybody, it's Mike Venus, La Soul, and I'm back. And I want to talk about Ableton Note. I had purchased it, went roughly around when they did the update to the 1.3. Um, I think it's only used on Apple products for right now, and it's dope. It's dope, and then it's not that many videos, but with the update, you can do MIDI editing on the device on your iPad. I use it on my iPad. I also got it on my phone, but I mainly use it on my iPad. Hey birds, hey cardinals. And I'm outside. We got cardinals around here. It's a male and female. Hey. And but I'm sorry, I got distracted. Wow, they're really nice looking. Hey. But oh, I gotta get some more bird food for them to eat. Probably put some sunflower seeds out here to eat that. But so I'm using it. I have it set up where it's just my iPad, Air, and I bought a USB-C to USB-C cable so I can connect my Launchpad X to it. You can use the Pro. I think the Pro will probably be a better option because the Pro, on the Launchpad Pro, you get a step sequencer, you got a capture button, you also got a chord mode that you can utilize to, put your MIDI in for the device or control the sounds. But I have the X, so I could create 8 customizable pages. So I might create a page strictly for my interaction with Ableton Note on the iPad. It's dope. It's dope. Right now I'm just experimenting, trying to get a workflow. So when I do the tutorials or if I do any videos kind of showing how you do certain things, it's just because I see the lack of it on YouTube. And plus I think it's more beneficial to show it on an iPad than on the phone because the phone, like, obviously, yeah, the phone is portable and you carry it around with you, but the iPad I think is a better tool to use than your phone. And yeah, so the cool thing about the Ableton Note when you buy it, which is mad cheap, so I think it's less than $10. I think I paid like maybe $6 for it. You get a licensed version of Ableton Lite 12, and you can use the Ableton Cloud to transfer what you do on Ableton Note on your iPad to your computer, and then you can arrange it out in your computer. It's mainly for a sketchpad. I wouldn't say I would use it to arrange. It's just to get core ideas down, and then you can do your arrangement in the computer. Great idea. Also, I know a lot of people bigged up the Move because it's a hardware device, and it's cool, but it's still limited because it only gives you 4 tracks. Where on Ableton Note, you get 8 tracks and 8 clips. So same as the light version of Ableton that you would put on your computer. The sounds are cool. You have limited control on the iPad, obviously, but it's enough things on there that you can do that you can get something going like that. And then once you build out your clips and you're content with what you did, you can always transfer it to your computer. Working with it with the Launchpad is pretty dope. You can also basically use any MIDI controller. I was curious to see if anybody would ever would they hook up their Move or even their Push to the iPad, just to be curious. That might be a little OP, but just see how it works in conjunction with an Ableton product outside of a third-party product like Novation Launch pads. So, but I haven't seen many videos. I seen one guy who did it in Japanese. I don't speak Japanese, but he put subtitles up there, and you can always use the capture auto generated where it can change it from whatever's being spoken to your native tongue, so you can at least get somewhat of what they're saying. But he did it with the Launchpad Pro and demonstrate you can do that, which is cool. And I also see somebody do it with the Novation launch keys, the mini controller. So that's dope. And they also have a MIDI mapping section that I haven't really explored yet. Because like I said, I want to build maybe 2 customized pages so I can map certain parameters to one page with the faders and or what would be the knobs, see if that work. And then they have one where you can MIDI map certain controls like capture button, play stop, metronome, all those things. I can kind of set that up with CC things or MIDI notes, more like a toggle or button. So I'll check it out. I'll experiment first, and then once I get that down, I might do a video on it if I get the time. I'm gonna be busy pretty soon, so school about almost out, so you know. So that's what I wanted to talk on. If you purchased the Ableton Note, let me know what you think about it in the comment section. I like it. I think it's dope. I think it's a great way to get into Ableton, and also you get, like I said, with the purchase you get the Lite, Ableton Lite 12 software, so you can put it on your computer and you can go back and forth. So it's dope. I think it's really dope. I think it's a great entryway into Ableton, the workflow, and also it's a great way to get started. Because if you have a laptop or a computer, right? If you buy the Ableton Note, that's $6. You can work on your iPad, or if you got a MIDI controller laying around, get the right connections, or I use a USB-C to C cable to connect my iPad. My iPad to my Launchpad to control it, but they got other adapters you can buy that you can, if you got a USB B in, you can use that. You just have to find the adapter that you can plug into your iPad. If it's more the recent ones or the older ones, you know what you can get. I got mine from Five and Below. Shout out to Five and Below. Great place to go when I need things like stands or like computer stands, cables, stuff like that. Mad cheap, right? So shout out Five and Below. But yeah, I'll do that, and I know personally, whatever, if I could save it as a because I think it comes into Ableton as Ableton Live Session. I can save that on my hard drive and bring it into my Force, or I can load it up into Bitwig. But I'll say, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna bring it into your the newer Akai products like the Force, the newer MPC line, you're going to have to, I would suggest, use the sampler to sample the sounds that you want to use, because the only thing that's transferable is the sampler, drum rack, and impact on Ableton into the Force, and also into things like Bitwig. So whenever I get that down and I figure it out, I'll do tutorials on that for people who either use that DAW or who might be interested in Ableton Note and how to use it with a MIDI controller like the Launchpad, or even probably go into how I customize the page and how you do that with Novation's components software that you can get whenever you buy Novation MIDI controller. So that's what I wanted to let you know about, and let me know what you think. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Mike out.